How's it going, everybody? It's Prod here, and we're back again today with another video. This one I am very excited for because it is seriously something that I did not expect we were going to see. So this should also be exciting to some of you guys who own a PS4. For those of you who don't, then I'm sorry. But the new game made by Koei Tecmo coming out here in only a couple of weeks. February 7th, I believe, is the official release date. Nioh, a game a lot of us Souls fans are really looking forward to. Probably one of the best Souls-like games that we've seen so far, maybe ever. And obviously it is its own unique thing. You know, I kind of feel bad calling it a Souls-like game because they are trying to do something else with it. Even though, you know, Dark Souls was a huge inspiration for this game. But just yesterday, it was announced by the official director of the game, Yusuke Hayashi, that Nioh will indeed have player versus player. I'll tell you exactly what he says. This was from a interview that he did for Game Reactor España. Now, it is mainly in Spanish. I'm pretty sure somebody has translated it into English, but I'll read to you what he said and also put up a picture. We plan to offer a player versus player mode for free in the near future following the launch. There is also a season pass available for pre-order on the PlayStation Store that will add 3 large downloadable contents in short term after the game's release. So that is pretty awesome. We already got confirmation too that 3 big DLCs apparently are going to also be released for this game. Now, I'll probably end up getting a season pass for this game because I am very excited for it. We did get to play the beta that was released a couple months back. Hell, that was a beta like 9 months back, and a lot of people got to play it then. I sadly did not. Hell, I didn't even get to finish the last one, man. I had a lot of shit going on, and it was insanely hard. And the reason I'm so excited about the PvP for this game is because there is a chance that if this game is good for us people who have a PS4, this could be a great continuation and follow-up to Dark Souls 3 and maybe even replace Dark Souls 3. Now, I'm not saying that it will because I still love Dark Souls 3. I still got a lot of content coming for that game. But there is going to be a point where there is just no more, you know, no more DLCs, no more new weapons to make, no more builds, even though it will be a while. But then again, you have a situation where you don't know if the PvP for this game is going to be good. Now, the game director himself has said that the PvP is inspired by Dark Souls, and he hopes that the PvP is something that a lot of Dark Souls fans will be interested in, and the Dark Souls PvP community specifically. So that is great news for us. We already know that maybe we're going to have similar mechanics because there wasn't really any actual PvP. Now, there was a PvP type of mode, and I guess it wasn't really a mode. It was basically you summoned AIs, and it was pretty much another player's actual setup, like their weapon, their armor and stuff. And that shit was fucking hard, dude. Like, summoning those guys, most people, if you played it, and especially very early on, you see those things, you just walk way around it because you do not want to summon those things. Those were really damn hard, some of the toughest enemies that you could fight. But then after, kind of once you get used to it, it kind of gets a little bit slow, and it's basically like whoever gets to hit first is kind of like who's gonna win. Because one thing that obviously games like Dark Souls have is a lot of mechanics specifically made for like PvP that are really good for PvP. Maybe not made specifically for PvP, but help it out a lot. For example, hyper armor is one of the things that, love it or hate it, it's something that is super important to Dark Souls PvP. If we didn't have hyper armor in Dark Souls 3, basically everybody would just use a dagger, curved swords, straight swords, even though most people do. Stuff like great swords and ultra great swords would be basically useless. You would get immediately staggered. One thing I do remember from playing Nioh is mainly from the AI, they staggered the shit out of you. So it could definitely be a situation where a lot of weapons are basically just going to be fast weapons that people use because slower weapons are just shit, even though they would maybe do a lot more damage. Having something faster and being able to get the hit first is going to be the most important thing. But will this actually replace Dark Souls 3 for a lot of people? I honestly do think it will. Not only is the game really fun, it looks great. I'm not entirely sure about the lore yet. The bosses seem really fucking cool. The weapon system and the actual fighting system in this game is really interesting, and it's a bit difficult to kind of catch on and get a hang of. But once you kind of do, with the whole stamina regeneration thing where you have to press the button and it fills the entire thing back up. I don't really remember what it's called. And that is probably one of my favorite things about Nioh, you know, because it is very similar, you know, has similar mechanics and stuff like that, but it's also just its own unique game. And I'm super excited for this game, and I'm so excited that this game is going to have PvP because it is the first time we've gotten a confirmation that it will indeed have PvP. Now, when exactly is it going to be released? We're not really sure. They just announced that it's actually going to have it, and they did also say that it's not something that is just kind of out of the blue, like they just started working on. I'm guessing that after the previous beta, they most likely got a lot of emails and tweets and messages telling them, you guys should have a PvP. Dark Souls has PvP. Dark Souls' main thing that helps it have longevity for a lot of people, including myself, is the PvP. So I think they see it as an opportunity to have a big community like the PvP community, which I'd say there's quite a few of us, go into this game and spend a lot of time trying to learn mechanics, good weapons, find good weapons, good armor setups and stuff like that, because there's a good chance that the PvP in this game will be really fucking complicated, but a lot of fun. So either way, for those of you guys who have a PS4, I'm sure you're very excited. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you think, this is a question that I kind of want you guys to answer, do you think this game will actually make you want to jump on the PS4 and actually get that? Because obviously it is a PS4 exclusive, which sucks. It does suck for everybody, but either way, I'm extremely excited to play PvP on this game. I cannot wait. Definitely going to be uploading a lot of videos on this game now that I know that is going to be the case. So be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace, everybody.